Hello everybody and welcome back to another playing commentary of Overlord, episode 12. As per usual, there's the outro time if you really wish to skip that, but we all know that you won't do that. No sir indeed. The Bloody Valkyrie. Well, that is an interesting title. Yeah, this is going to be, hopefully the whole episode will be just a confrontation between Shaltar and Ainz, because I would really like to see just the whole episode focus on that battle, because they are two very high leveled characters, and it would be quite an interesting little battle to see Ainz actually showcase his full strength, or at the very least close to it. But I doubt that it's going to be that simple. It's probably going to contain quite a bit of tactics and such, so we're probably gonna get to see some magic items utilized and such. But let's just get on with the show proper. That is quite something. Yes, I know, I already paused. Less than a minute in and I've already paused, because I have something to say. So, it's actually pretty interesting to see that part of Ainz's plan is to actually draw in the enemy and defeat them and showcase the overwhelming power of Ainz Olgaun. It's, at the very least, I think that's the plan. That's gonna be really interesting to witness, I think. It certainly would be quite something for him to just showcase his full potential in this onslaught. They are hyping it out so much. It's actually rather thrilling that it's going to be really interesting to see in how much danger is Ainz actually. They are so much just talking about it that it's actually pretty thrilling to see that Ainz might actually be in some really legitimate danger.
もしもアインズ様にもしものことがあったら、あなたには守護者統括の地位を降りてもらいます。
思考の御方々がお決めになった地位から降りろというのか。デミウルゴス、それは不敬だ。
いいでしょう。それで呼吸とする。アインズ様の賞賛はどの程度と判断するかしら。
3対7。アインズ様が3だ。
That is extremely unfavorable. Well, not extremely. It could have been 1 to 9 or 2 to 8. But still, that is surprisingly negative. That's pretty surprising. So they made the NPCs so extremely powerful. That is actually really surprising. But it's actually pretty cool to learn that the NPCs themselves have quite a bit of power. Well, that Ainz would actually be in quite a negative situation in this instance. It's actually pretty cool to see like that Ainz is actually the underdog in this situation. I am really excited about this.
ならば刮目してみましょう。その不利を跳ねのけるアイン様の勝利を。
見たくないんだよ。お前たちが殺し合う姿を。
Actually, that's a pretty interesting motivation. So Ainz is not completely just wanting to showcase his own powers, but he actually wants to see the Guardians get along and not kill each other, which is really interesting that he based his actions on emotions as well. And that's a really interesting point that they have here. I I'm a little bit surprised about that, actually. That's kind of cool, actually.
それに戦闘準備にすら入らない。まるでゲームだな。ならばシャルティア、悪いが戦闘。
I wonder if the user of world item who is controlling Shaltar, if it actually is another player who came from Yggdrasil. That would be a really interesting twist of fates here. And not actually even all that unlikely, I would say. But it's going to be interesting to see whether that is actually the case or not. Because I really do hope that we get to see some other players.
開始までそのまま待っていてもらうぞ。フライ、ブレスオブマジックキャスター、インフィニティ。
It's and this is why you don't give prep time to casters. They are just going to spend all that time buffing themselves.
マジックウォードホーリー、ライフエッセンス。シャルティアの HP を早めに削っておきたいというお考えなのでしょうが。
It's actually pretty entertaining to see, like, just super tier magic. And I didn't mention this earlier, but now it's a confirmation that there is 10th level magic in this world. I wonder if there's actually any other tiers of magic, but it's pretty obvious that there's at the very least super tier magic here. I wonder if there's anything above that. Or whether the super tier magic is actually like 11th tier magic or something. It would be really interesting to see even something even above that, like god tier or something. Well, it certainly is rather entertaining.
伏兵はなしか。それとアインズールゴーンに敗北はない。シャルティア、お前。
This... It's rather stereotypical that they are first throwing insults and jabs at and taunts at one another before actually engaging in battle, but it certainly is rather entertaining to just see them taunt one another like this. It is quite entertaining.
お前は私の前にひれ伏すのだ。そんなわけはない。仕掛けた地雷の魔法はあれだけだ。MP を無駄遣いして。効果が期待できない魔法に回せる余裕なんてない。
It's really cool to see actually some actual strategy being worked here, that Ainz will not waste his spells on, will not spend his mana on spells that are not certain to do something, and he's actually like planning things out. He has planned things out rather carefully.
MP が尽きる前にどこまでダメージを与えられるか。
召喚できない。弱いモンスターではスポイトランスでの回復に利用されるだけと知っているのね。
Yep, as expected, there is just more strategy in the midst here. It's really cool to see like that Ainz has some knowledge, and that knowledge is definitely working to his favor at the very least to some part, and it's really cool to see that being worked so well.
おかわいそうなアインズ様。寂しくもお一人で私と戦わなくてはならないなんて。でもマナエッセンス、本当に膨大な量の MP、 あれだけの力をどうやって得たというの。とはいえ資料系統に特化したアインズ様は私にとって強敵とはなり得ない。いつものゴッツアイテムを着用されてないのは気になるけど。
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good point. Why didn't Ainz bring that staff of Ainz Olgaun with him? Because that certainly should be really powerful, so he should be able to do quite a bit of damage with that. It's really odd that he isn't using that.
このまま睨み合っても拉致が開かないわね。まずは長期戦準備。
やめるな。マキシマイズマジック、リアリティスラッシュ。
Jesus Christ, that looked awesome! I'm just in awe of all of these spells. It's really goddamn entertaining to just watch them just use it's like one of my Japanese animes. Wait a minute. It's really just, I'm just flabbergasted by this. It's really cool to see two spellcasters fight like this. This was actually, I was shown the earlier buffing sequence of Ainz. That was the one scene that my friend had shown me of this anime. So it's really quite fun to see the actual fight that was going to happen. And yeah, it certainly lived up to the buffing sequence.
ただの回復魔法ではないな。何をした？やっていたのは実務や調整だ。でも今の俺はギルドのために戦闘で戦っている。自己満足。
It's actually once again pretty cool to see a bit of psychology behind Ainz. It's a pretty goddamn good episode, I must say.
かもしれないな。
それは男の矜持というやつなんでしょう。
来たか、ついに来たか。シャルティア最大の切り札。
Oh!
ヘリアル。
Oh my god! Einherjar, that is excessively amazing. That's pretty goddamn hype.
眷属召喚。
この数は少しまずいな。範囲魔法で一気に蹴りをつけてエインヘリアルはどうするかと。
Oh, that is... Yeah, talking about tactics, that is pretty goddamn excessively clever. Killing her own summons to regenerate health. Gotta give her that, she is pretty smart.
だねえ、いくらフレンドリーファイヤーが有効だからって自分で召喚した眷属を回復に使うかよ。スキル The Core of All Life is...
Oh, I've heard about this. This is something that my friend was hyping a lot about. The final ultimate ability. This is going to be amazing.
ライデンマジック、ライオブザバンシー。ここまでだ。
Okay. Well now. Well, this episode turned out to be all that I had hoped for, and quite a bit more. Now, I had seen the initial buffing sequence that Ainz had, but yeah, it was still pretty goddamn hype and amusing to see just Ainz use like a couple of minutes to just like, yes, let's use all of the buffing magic. Yeah, and let's start out with something really supremely powerful. Yeah, it was really goddamn amusing to say the least. And then see just two spellcasters just duke it out like that. Yeah, I'm pretty amused by this. It was pretty goddamn amazing, and it was actually a pretty freaking cool battle nonetheless. So it was actually really cool to see a lot of just some familiar spells and some not so familiar spells, and some skills and magics that were just really, really out there and imaginative, and just seeing so many cool things. And it was, yeah, it was quite an entertaining battle, and it wasn't without context and without subtext as well, because it did also have some revelations about the psychology bit behind Ainz as well. So I pretty goddamn much enjoyed it. It was a really goddamn enjoyable episode. Just, yeah, and it's not even over yet. At least I think it's not. It's pretty hard to tell what ultimately happened after the goal of all life is death. That was such a cool skill. Yeah, that was a really cool skill. I'm really impressed by that. That was really goddamn amazing. Actually, the Veil of Banshee was one of those really cool spells that my friend was really hyped when he actually got it in D&D. So, yeah, yeah. This episode was really cool. Really goddamn cool. It was really entertaining to see this. And it also had a lot of tactics to it, which was really, really entertaining to see. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmu out. Thank you very much for watching.